building on August 31st, and it involved a missing person by the name of Carol Flass. Carol was reported missing. She was last seen leaving a home at 590 Broadway in Lawrence about 9 a.m. Lawrence Police Department conducted a search of her apartment and subsequently searched the building. Lawrence police officers, Lawrence detectives, were later joined by detectives from the Massachusetts State Police assigned to the District Attorney's Office under the command of Captain Costa. There was what I can best describe as a full court press was put on by Lawrence PD and the State Police. It involved digital forensic evidence searches. It involved the MSP Air Wing. It involved canines. This was essentially a round-the-clock effort to try to locate Carol Foss. Information that was gathered as a result of this investigation led detectives this evening to a location in Haverhill. And in a minute, I'm going to ask Chief Pistone to describe where that location was. Unfortunately, we have a sad ending to report. The body of Carol Foss was discovered this evening, early this evening, in Haverhill. We made an identification, and we met with the family earlier. Lawrence Police Command staff, Mayor DePena and myself, spoke with the family, and we gave them the news. At this time, a suspect is in custody for, and I want to be clear, it is not a murder charge yet. He is in custody on a charge of witness intimidation with the charge of misleading an investigation. We expect over the next couple of days, when the medical examiner's office completes their autopsy, that those charges will be upgraded to murder. The gentleman's name is Christian Montero, age 35, from Lawrence. He will be arraigned tomorrow morning in Lawrence District Court on that charge that I previously mentioned. And again, we expect those charges to be upgraded once the medical examiner's office makes their determination. I want to make sure that the people of Lawrence know that this case was at the forefront. Chief Bonilla and his team, Captain Montas, all the detectives, Captain Costa from our state police team, Detective Dan Hinch and Sergeant Mike Kerrigan, working with our prosecutor, Jess Strasnick, who is here. This has been a real team effort, and I want to commend them. Again, it's not the result that we expected, but at least having found the body of Carol Foss, we have brought the family some comfort and some resolution. Now the DA's office, working with our law enforcement partners and professionals, will take it from here. I'd like to ask Chief Bonilla to come up and say a few words about the impact on the community and the good work that his department did. Then I'm going to ask Chief Pistone to come up, and then Mayor DePena. Now we can take some questions. When it comes to the question portion, we will do the best we can to answer. But as you can imagine, this case over the last several hours came together very, very rapidly, very quickly. Although it's taken since Saturday, it was the groundwork that led us to where we are right now. So we will answer the questions to the best ability that we can. And I'm sure you'll also understand that maybe a number of things that we're not yet able to release, and some of those things we will be able to release tomorrow at the arraignment in Lawrence District Court. Chief Bonilla.
Thank you. My name is Chief Bonilla from the Lawrence Police Department. On behalf of the entire Lawrence Police Department, we want to offer our condolences to the family. We met with them a few minutes ago. I met with them also yesterday to give them an update. This is not the outcome that we were looking for, so we are sad for this loss. We'd like to thank the working members of the Lawrence Police Department, especially the Detective Division under Captain Montas. Some of our guys haven't been home in a day and a half, and I'm working in this case. I want to also thank the Essex County District Attorney and the State Police, who are real partners in this. And it's not the outcome that we wanted, but at least, you know, we came to an end for now. Thank you.
Thank you. And from Haverhill, Chief Pistone.
Thank you, District Attorney. Good evening, everybody. Again, the people of Haverhill, we extend our condolences to the family of Ms. Flowers and the entire Lawrence community. Tragic event. So Haverhill Police have been working over the course of the last few days with Massachusetts State Police, District Attorney's Office, Lawrence Police. Evidence led them to work with our detectives, our community, and this sometime this afternoon, the victim, Miss Floss, was discovered in Haverhill in the Canosa Lake Conservation Area. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're fortunate to have Mayor DePena here. As you can imagine, this has been a terrible tragedy, not only for the Floss family, but for the community. I know the mayor can speak to that as well. Mayor?
Thank you so much. Quiero primeramente, como todos se han dirigido en inglés, quiero decir unas palabras en español para toda la comunidad de Lawrence, que su mayoría son latinos que no hablan el idioma. Quiero decirle que mi oficina, la oficina del fiscal general, la policía de Lawrence, creo que la mejor policía del estado, la oficina de la policía de Haverhill también, la policía del estado que ha brindado toda su colaboración desde el primer día. Hemos estado trabajando, aquí nadie ha dormido. Le dije al jefe de la policía, la familia no duerme, aquí nadie duerme. Y hemos puesto todos los recursos para que esta investigación tenga un final que pueda traerle aliento a la familia. Y estamos muy agradecidos de todos los que colaboraron, particularmente a nuestros oficiales de la ciudad de Lawrence, que repito, son los mejores. It's a sad day for the city of Lawrence. Everybody worked together in this case. It's not easy, you know, provide service for family, for the whole community, but it's a team. When the team work together, the family and the community is so happy. And everybody understands it's not easy moment for the city, for any single resident, but my message is every resident is a safety in the city of Lawrence, because the city of Lawrence have the best, but it's the best city department, police department. Thank you for work together, and I apologize for the whole community, and I'm sorry for the whole family. God bless you, city of Lawrence.
Thank you, Mayor.
If I may just add again, Chief Robert Pistone Haverhill. I'd like to add that at no point do we believe that any of the people in the Haverhill and the conservation area were at risk. We do not believe that this was a random act, and again, we don't believe that there's any continuing danger in the area to any of the members of our community. Thank you.
Thank you. So as I said earlier, we'll do our best that we can to answer any questions, but as you can imagine, because this happened so rapidly over the last just 3 hours or so, there are a lot of questions that we're still working on the answers. Yes?
Can anyone speak to the relationship between the victim and the man in custody?
So one of the things that we will look at is to see what relationship, if any, they had. It is something that is at the forefront of the investigation. We're not prepared right now, but I can tell you that that is one of the most important things that we'll be looking at.
Did he live in the same apartment complex as her?
They did.
Was he the neighbor that she went to go see?
So we're not prepared to release that yet, but I can tell you they lived in the same building. So, yes, sir.
And we know that, sorry.
No, I was going to say, they live in the same building. Did they actually know each other?
So I expect that we'll have more information on that over the next day or two. I want to be careful about that. When we talk about the relationship here, we're going to make sure that it's as accurate as possible, which we're not ready to do yet.
And then can you share where the arrest was made?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Where and when was the
arrest made?
The arrests were made in Lawrence, by Lawrence PD.
I can answer that.
Yep. Go ahead.
The arrest was made in Lawrence this afternoon. He was brought in. He was interviewed, and he's in custody at the time.
Was he brought in prior to her body being found? Did he aid in the search?
So we're going to hold off on that for now, and that's a fair question. Probably tomorrow we'll be able to answer that. Again, we're still assembling the facts, so as much as information as we can put out tonight, we will. I expect that at the arraignment tomorrow we will have more information, and then when the medical examiner's office makes their determination, which I expect within the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll release that as quickly as possible then as well.
To the medical examiner's examination, I realize that you're waiting on information to come out. What leads you to believe that this will be a murder charge?
So the facts and circumstances as presented, as we have now, the forensic evidence, the digital evidence that we have, the location of where the body was found, have all led us to believe that we expect a murder charge coming within the next couple of days. I also expect that tomorrow, with the seriousness of the charge that he has of misleading the investigation, that we will be moving forthwith to make sure that the right charges come appropriately.
Can I explain? You can go.
Can you explain where the conservation area of the body was
Chief?
found and if it was by someone walking by?
Yeah,
on a trail,
conservation
or
area.
this
Yeah.
was police work that led you straight to there?
Did you ask where that area is?
Where in the conservation area of the body?
So off of 110, if you're familiar with the Winnie Kinney Castle Conservation Area near Northern Essex Community College, in that area, as far as how the body was discovered, I'll defer to the district attorney.
Okay. I can tell you that the body was discovered by a Massachusetts State Trooper, canine handler, and the canine was able to locate the body. Again, that was part of the assets that we had put out in the search, as I mentioned earlier, including the air wing, digital and forensic evidence as well. But it was a Mass State Police canine that located the body.
Was that like in a grassy area? I know there's lakes in that area as well.
So I would just describe it, I'll just say it's a wooded area. So,
Do you have any prior criminal history on Mr. Montero?
yep, Chief? Correct.
We have encountered this individual in the past, nothing related to this case.
A violent criminal history at all?
That's all I'm prepared to say at this time.
Can you share at all what led him back to Mr. Montero?
Not tonight, not tonight. But I will tell you, it was a direct result of the police work that was done leading up to the case. I expect that we'll be able to share more facts along those lines tomorrow.
And we know the victim, local mother. Can anyone speak to how tragic this is for her kids?
Yeah, man, how tragic this is for the family and the community. And the mayor and I and the command staff actually just met with the family as well, so.
Yes, I have excellent relation about the family, especially his father. You know, when I visited her family a couple of minutes ago, you know, it's a terrible. It's not easy, you know, when you have exactly bad, terrible news for the whole family. But I have it for last couple of days. I have it keep the family good information, right? I provide my cell phone. Chief Meli Bonilla provide phone, direct telecommunication every time. Any question every day, I provide the better information I have in my head. You know, it's not easy. You know, I understand the whole family waiting. Good news. It's not easy. You know, that's night. You know, when everybody approach the family and explain everything what happened in this case, but family understand, you know, police department doing everything, the family waiting in this case.
And if you've seen over the past few days the impact here, not only on the family, which is incredibly tragic, but you see how much it's touched the community as well. If you've seen the outpouring, people coming to the house, cases like this really do tear at the fabric of a community, and it makes it a double tragedy, not only just for the family, but the community of Lawrence as well. So.
One question, the investigation showed that he acts alone on this. You have information that other person involved in this.
I think we can say the only person involved, right? Yeah, this is the only person we're looking at, the person that we have in custody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were any weapons recovered at all?
So in terms of any evidence recovered, we're not going to speak tonight as to any evidence that's been recovered. Some of that may come out tomorrow at the arraignment, but it would be premature tonight to talk about evidence being recovered, especially since we're really only talking about a matter of a couple of hours. So,
Do you know what time will be arraigned tomorrow?
so just, yeah, there's a lot of factors that are going to go into that, but it will be tomorrow. And what we might be able to do, so Mike Keith Feldman, our Chief of Communications, if we get any heads up on that, we could send something out if we can give you a time frame. We'll do our best to do that. So, Right.
Did the subject live with relatives and were they helpful to the investigation?
The suspect is under arrest, so I don't have any information on that at all. It's a legitimate question, I just don't have any information on that at all. So, I also want to thank the media. Everybody's been so good about helping us get the word out and really try to find Carol Foss, and we really appreciate that so many members of the media were able to help us do that. In these cases, there's no substitute for that, so we're very grateful for your work as well. And as I said, I do expect a lot more information. And I'll just close my remarks by thanking the mayor, the Lawrence Police Department, who did outstanding work here, patrol and detectives, Mass State Police detectives getting involved, just watching this case and watching the steps and the labor intensity that it took to get us to this point. And I think that the folks of Lawrence, the good people of Lawrence, will understand that everything that we could have done to bring this to a better resolution was done. It's just an unfortunate end that we have to talk about tonight. So, thanks very much, everyone. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. That's good. You guys did great work. Great job. So.